Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Today we're going to form baguettes from the Dutch oven bread recipe. And this has been sitting around for about 4 days, which means it's nice and sour. You can see, maybe you can, maybe you can't, when you shake it like so. That's exactly what it's supposed to look like. Anyhow, I'm going to put some flour on my sterilized surface. How do you know it's been sterilized? You don't. Anyway, I get the spatula, get that dough out of there. The oven is preheating to 450 degrees. I will bake this for approximately 25 to, oh gosh, man, it's wet. Look how wet that is. 25 to 27, 22, who knows, whenever it looks done. But at 450, at about between 20 and 25 is usually about it. Slap a little flour on there. Slap a lot of flour on there. That is just soaking wet. You want to get it to a point where you can handle it a little bit. This is a pretty even looking dough, so I'm just going to cut it in half so I can make 2 baguettes out of it. We'll stick one off to the side on the other sterilized surface. Flip this around a little bit, and all I do is kind of work it around a little bit, like so. Kind of fold it in, not really a lot of pressure on it, and then kind of shape it in an oblong fashion. Pretty much the shape that your dough is going to be as a baguette. These don't make really big baguettes. They're probably about 10 inches long. And you get it kind of shaped out like so. And all I do is just fold it over once and then put it folded side down. And that's about what it should look like. Next, same thing. A little flour. Fold it over a couple times. Work it into itself. Nothing overly strenuous. And start shaping it into a baguette size hunk of dough. Try and keep the dough even so it cooks even. Flatten it out a little bit, like so. Fold it over once and then put it folded side down. I have no idea why. Well, folded side open wouldn't be good. So folded side down. After you get that, you got to get all the dough off your fingers. I highly recommend paper towels, not a washcloth, because it takes forever to get that dough out of the washcloth, I mean. Again, the oven has been preheating to to exactly 450 degrees. Then you take a sheet of parchment paper. It's around here somewhere. God damn it. I had it in my hand here. There it is. I'm going to cook this on a pizza stone. But I'm not going to put it in there until about 20 minutes after it's had a chance to proof or something, whatever they call that. Stick this on top here like so, about 2 inches apart, and then while that's sitting there, spend the rest of your time cleaning up this counter and making it sterilized for the next batch. I'll be back later. I'm serious. Okay, this dough has been sitting out for about a half an hour. The oven is preheated to 450, and now I'm going to put the baguette cuts on the baguettes. Believe it or not, there's a particular cut to put on them, And they're diagonal cuts from about 11 o'clock to 5 o'clock. I'm not putting any toppings on this. I'm not putting any egg wash on it. Those might have been too close together, but who cares? Then, put it all on your pizza stone, and as you can see, pizza paddle, and as you can see, it slides pretty easy. Then, after I put it in the oven, I am going to throw in about 6 or 7 ice cubes on the bottom of the oven. I cook with an electric oven. It makes a little noise when it hits, but the steam from the melting ice cubes will give this crust a little bit of sheen and a lot of crispy chewiness. So I will swing this over. Hopefully it'll capture everything I'm going to do next. Okay. I got my rack on the middle rack. Pizza stove is well heated. Slide in that like so. And then dump in the ice cubes. Close the door, set the timer for, I'll start with 20 minutes. And then in 20 minutes I'll take a look at it, probably give it about 5 more minutes after that. I don't like to overcook it, but I don't want to undercook it. Okay, after letting this cook or bake or whatever you want to call it, I checked it a couple of times. So I did it a total of 26 minutes, and if I didn't check it a couple of times, 25 might have been perfect. Nonetheless, here it goes. And don't forget, turn your oven off when you're done. Anyhow, there's the final product. You can hear how solid the outside is. Then just slide it off your pizza paddle. Pull it off the bread. Bottom is perfect. And as you can see, I'm tough, but I'm not that tough. I can't pick this up without my sissy mittens on. As you can see, it's got the traditional baguette cuts on them. I hope you didn't forget how I did that. Anyhow, never use your parchment paper twice. And that is the end of today's cooking with Jim. Or is it baking with Jim? Or hanging out with Jim in his kitchen? Well, whatever. It's over. Goodbye.